Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back. Oh man, to Fortnite Save the World, and I'm still shocked by this. Brawl of the Wild. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. We now have patch notes, so we have a little bit more concrete information about what's going on. We're going to talk about this. We're going to dive a little bit more into it. We're going to keep this one purely about the patch notes. I'm not going to go into I've actually been talking with people about the different, like, my opinion about this, what this could mean for Fortnite, for Save the World. Are there more things coming? I've been having a lot of conversations with people, but in this video, I want to keep it purely about the patch notes. So we are going to jump into them right away, so we can talk about exactly what is being said in the patch notes. Which I gotta say, these patch notes feel, well, part of them feel like old patch notes, how they used to be. The information, the in-depth. It feels really good, and then it kind of just, and then we get reminded of the reality of what's going on right now. But we're going to show that in a second. But first, don't forget, guys, we have a giveaway going on every single week. I do a giveaway. I try to do one in the Q&A video. If you don't know, I do a Q&A video every single week where you guys ask me questions, I answer them, and we do giveaways too. So if you're interested in that, if you'd like to try and win that gift card, check the link down below in the description. And of course, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, all of you guys, using my creator code DUJ2. That's what helps. That's what makes the giveaways possible. And thanks to everyone who was a member of the channel. You guys are the real MVPs, or the or MVBs, the most valuable bursts, or most valuable muffins, most valuable members, MVMs. Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. So let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. Please forgive me if I don't stay on track right away, or if I'm talking a little slow. I have been up for about 2 days now. It is the morning. We streamed all night. It was a fantastic 6-hour stream. Hopefully you guys can check them out. Go check Twitter and you can see my schedule. I'm back to streaming again. I'm back. It feels good. It feels really good. All right, patch notes. Save the World home base status report 3/1/2022. Attention, commanders, we have quite the wild status report for you today, so let's hop right in. Home base status report, initiate. Wildlife has torn its way into Save the World and take on the new Brawl of the Wild questline. Now, believe it or not, there is a 16-minute trailer. We're gonna watch it really quick because I think it's fantastic. Let me lower the volume a little more. There we go. Okay, so we throw food, tame the raptor, and we all go for the husks. Boar, chicken, frog, and crow. Okay, so first of all, chicken, frog, and crow. I've never seen a frog in Battle Royale. I don't play Battle Royale that much. I have been playing more lately. Let me know if you've seen the frogs before. And I do believe I've seen the crows before. The crows glow, and if you take them out, they may drop an item. I believe that's how it is. So let me know if I'm right about that. But I don't know about the frogs. I'm very curious how we're going to see it. So, good news. The wildfire of the land has begun to adapt to the storm's forces and are now re-emerging into the environment. That line right here, this line right here, we are going to do an entire Let's Talk just about this line, because it reads like awesomeness. We'll talk about in the future. The flip side of this good news, though, some of the local wildfire aren't very friendly yet. Confronting these beasts is very dangerous, but learning how to work with them may be the key to fighting back against the storm. Use bait to make friends with the wildfire life. I was going to say wildfire. Or take the more defensive approach, and by that I mean hide in the shadows while they pick their own fight with the husks. Either way, the day is ours. things have changed. Things have turned around. The last that we had seen, the state and the what the reality of home base was rather bleak, and this is very positive and bright outlook for the future. Apparently they can attack the husks, and I don't think that these animals and this wildlife can be easily defeated. And from what I can see here, it may be that they can take on a considerable amount of husks. I don't know if any of them could take out a smasher, but I'm excited to find out. Creature taming 101. In order to tame an aggressive creature, throw a consumable like meat, corn, or mushrooms near it. So we will now have meat, corn, and mushrooms in the game. While they are too distracted by the bait to focus on attacking you, go up and interact with them. This act of kindness shows the wildlife that you are a friend, not food. I thought I was gonna say not foe, but okay. Which will encourage them to follow your lead. Homebase has got your back in terms of weapon slot usage. We've added a new consumable slot for things like the newly added pet consumables, M80s, impulse grenades, porta-forts, etc. Wow. Okay. One thing we considered when making these new consumables was to not break existing hero loadouts that specifically focus on using consumables. Things like coconut subwoofers and cannonballs will remain bound to weapon slots to prevent any clashing with pet consumables. This is the main reason why I don't use cannonball, subwoofers, or coconut builds, because they do take up a spot. So for those of you who do have them and run them a certain way, I'm sure this helps, because they're not going to mess up how the builds are. But note, coconuts, cannonballs, and subwoofers will be able to be slotted in the consumable slot in the future update to further free up weapon space. That is awesome. I will finally use cannonball and coconut builds. Probably not subwoofer, maybe subwoofer, but this is fantastic to know that we are going to be able to slot those in a separate slot that doesn't take up one of our 3 weapon slots. I really hope that this update comes very soon. Tamed wildlife will help you for the remainder of the mission. Well, once you return to your home base, they will return to the wild. Commanders can tame only 1 wildlife at a time, so choose your companion wisely. Now that you know how to tame them, let's formally introduce you to the new members of our ecosystem. This is what I was talking about how this patch notes feel like the old patch notes. Well written, lots of information, fantastic. Wolves, the iconic apex predator. Wolves are very well balanced combatants, as they can take a decent punch and do decent damage as well. Wolves have wide jaws, making their bite capable of damaging multiple enemies at once. This can be very advantageous when fighting against packs of husks. Now, the only thing I wish we could see right here would be base stats, base health, base damage, so we could kind of decide, okay, where is it that these are going to be, and more importantly, and this is very important, is it worth it? Like, if the base damage of a wolf is going to take like 5 seconds to take out a husk, if the base damage of a wolf is going to get smashed over by a if they're not going to do some serious damage and actually make it worthwhile to use them, what's the point? So I really hope that this is a well balanced update and makes it worth our while. Raptors, that ancient and powerful creature, has returned. Raptors' razor sharp claws give their enemies a nice dose of affliction. Again, I kind of wish how this affliction would work and how long it would last. Affliction causes damage over time, which makes it very useful versus high health enemies such as bosses and minced monsters. Again, what is the base affliction here? I really would like to know. Boars, those stocky creatures, do not deal as much damage as a wolf or raptor, but they can still easily dispose of smaller husks and are strong enough to push around those beefy huskies. Hopefully the fridge door ones too. Hopefully the riot huskies with their ferocious charge. Thanks to their sturdy build, Boars can soak up a lot of damage. Boars make great allies outside of combat as well. They will go out of their way to dig up hidden loot for their favorite commanders. Chickens. Naturally, chickens aren't suited for combat, but they can still provide quite the helpful hand or wing in this case. Grabbing onto a chicken will allow you to glide when jumping or falling from a distance. This is going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Crows. Sadly, crows don't make very good friends. Yes, they do. They make wonderful friends. You got to watch your back around shiny things. But word has it that hunting these fowls may reward you with valuable loot. Keep your eye out for the crows that glow purple or orange. They will provide high rarity loot. And finally, frogs. Like the crows, frogs aren't the kind of creatures that will want to help out, but at least their meat makes perfect bait. So we're gonna be hunting down the frogs for the meat. I'm also wondering, are we gonna be able to stock up and keep the meat going into other missions? Because that will make it actually worthwhile instead of having to run around the beginning mission, running around finding meat. Hopefully we just get to keep it. Brawl of the Wild Questline. The home-based crew needs your help in dealing with the outbreak of wildlife. Hunt them, tame them, electronically communicate with them. You'll have to ask the dance about that one. Okay. Do whatever it takes to adjust to our new furry neighbors. Completing this questline will reward you with the mysterious wolf lady Gaia, or Gia, however you want to say it. I think I'm going to say it Gaia. Gaia, I'll show you how to run with wolves. Standard perk, Vital Bond, and Commander perk, Vital Bond Plus. We did take a look at this already. Oh. Okay. Wait, that's not what it says in the game. Wait. If I remember correctly, these numbers may be different. Yeah. Okay, so here it says Standard perk Vital Bond, Tame Wildlife heals the player for 50% their damage on attack. Here it says 15. Vital Bond Plus, Tame Wildlife heals the player for 100% their damage on attack. Heroes heal their tamed wildlife for 50% of damage when they're attacked. And here it's 30 and 15. So I'm gonna believe that it's going to be what's in the game, not what's in the patch notes, but we'll see. But anyway, there it is. There is our new update, a new hero, a new questline, and a brand new game mechanic, which honestly, I was really curious to see how they were gonna make this work, because it's actually an interactable, it's an interactable mechanic that you can actually use. Now, I am kind of hoping in the future we will see these, animals, also the wildlife, also be a part of perhaps a, the bows, I'll say savage, but not the primal bows, the primal weapons. I really would like to see that they incorporate that into Save the World and use this wildlife also in more ways than just this one. It is nice that you can use it with any setup or any hero, so you will get that little extra, buff, a little boost of energy or damage or defense. But if you want to use, primarily her, then you will be able to use it to the most. Which actually, I will definitely try and get her and make a build and see what she can do. Again, hopefully this is not another, what's her name? Monks or whatever. Hopefully it's not another one of those cases, and both the new mechanic and the hero are viable and good to use. Now, I'm gonna remember what I said before about how this feels like, it feels like the old, kind of, patch notes and the game, how it used to be, very hopeful, but then it kind of just goes, okay, here's the, coming March 6th. Battlehound Jonesy. Watch the doors in the shortcut. Watch the doors in the shortcut. Oh. War Games. Then, March 13th. Southern Southie. And Crime Session. And that's it. So, we have 3 weeks worth of patch notes here. And there is one thing. And it would be wonderful to see weekly updates or more coming down the pipeline. But this right now kind of shows us that this may be a one-off thing. Hopefully it's not. But remember, like I said, this is like hopeful and awesome. And look at this information and a new update and a new hero, and a new game mechanic. And then same old, and repeat. For those of you who are new players, congratulations. This is awesome, as well as the whole game that we have and just how amazing it is. You have stumbled upon, or on purpose, gotten one of the greatest games I've ever played. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your journey. For those of us who are veterans, let's take this with a grain of salt. Let's take this gratefully and be like, okay, cool. Let's try this out. Hopefully it's actually a viable new game mechanic where you can actually do this and actually fight with her and actually make it, like a fun experience of the game. But if it is like a lot of other abilities and a lot of game mechanics which just kind of fall flat, and you're like, well, I can't really use this in level 160. What's the point? And you just go back to your regular old, strategies and game mechanic. Hopefully it's not that, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Like I said, yes, I do have a lot more opinions. I have a lot I want to talk about this as well, and more things, but I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm not gonna keep going. This is just purely the patch notes. I do have some other videos planned, some very opinion and let's talk kind of videos where I do want to talk about this, especially once I finish this and I finish the quest line. I have her and we've tested her out. I do want to talk more about that, but I again, for me, one of the biggest things, we're going to do a video about this, guys, because this to me is one of the most interesting lines that we have read in so long. Right here, this right here. Good news, everyone. The wildfire of the land, the wildlife of the land has begun to adapt to the storm's forces and are now re-emerging into the environment. It's a pretty awesome line right there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DJ2. If you guys enjoy this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor and have yourself a fantastic day. Get out there, enjoy this quest line. If you want to, don't take it too fast. Give it a minute. You can save these pages for, you can make this stretch out for a whole week. But I know most of us, including myself, we're just going to try and get it done in a day and then test her out and see how it works. Again, hopefully we get her, we try it, and it's like, wow, fun new way to play the game. And hopefully it's not another monk when you're just like, pat, push them on the, shelf and kind of forget about them. I really hope this is a viable new way to play the game. I mean, it's a new game mechanic that is incorporating the game. We're going to be taming the wildlife. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this new wildlife and wild heroes are awesome. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.